Daddy!
It's me ni Papa, oh.
Miss ka na namin, Papa.
Parang kailan lang, nung nag-aaral pa ako, lagi kang nasa tabi ko. Kahit napagod ka, pipilitin mo pa rin akong tulungan kahit abutin tayo ng umaga. Natuto ako sa mga aral na paulit-ulit yung sinasabi at pinapaalala. Kahit minsan, nakakasawa. Pero ma, pa, tama pala kayo. Kaya kong tumayo sa sarili kong mga paa. Matapang na harapin ang mga pagsubok sa buhay. Nang dahil sa paggabay niyo, alam ko, lagi niyo pa rin akong binabantayan. Ma, pa, salamat sa lahat.
Paghandaan ang iyong kinabukasan, paghandaan ang panahon ng pangangailangan. Pag may St. Peter Lifeline, manatag ang kalooban. May St. Peter Chapels pang masasandigan. Kahit saan, kahit kailan maasahan, bawat pamilya dapat may St. Peter Lifeline. St. Peter Lifeline.
I want this to be perfect. Dapat maluwag para lahat ng ka-close ko makapunta. Mga 80 people? Pwedeng purple flowers. Favorite ko yun eh. It will be my last day. You're right ko, sosyal ah.
Yes, ma'am. Pwede po lahat yan.
Souvenirs kaya? Yung kabahan ko pwedeng kulay pink?
Ang kulit niyo ah, ikaw ah. Paborito ko ni Daddy.
Ma, it's me ni Papa, oh.
Miss ka na namin, Papa.
Parang kailan lang. Nung nag-aaral pa ako, lagi kang nasa tabi ko. Kahit napagod ka, pipilitin mo pa rin akong tulungan. Kahit abutin tayo ng umaga. Natuto ako sa mga aral na paulit-ulit yung sinasabi at pinapaalala. Kahit minsan, nakakasawa. Pero ma, pa, tama pala kayo. Kaya kong tumayo sa sarili kong mga paa. Matapang na harapin ang mga pagsubok sa buhay. Nang dahil sa paggabay niyo, alam ko, lagi niyo pa rin akong binabantayan. Ma, pa, salamat sa lahat.
Paghandaan ang iyong kinabukasan, paghandaan ang panahon ng pangangailangan. Pag may St. Peter Lifeline, panatag ang kalooban. May St. Peter Chapels pang masasandigan. Kahit saan, kahit kailan maasahan, bawat pamilya dapat may St. Peter Lifeline. St. Peter Lifeline.
I want this to be perfect. Dapat maluwag para lahat ng ka-close ko makapunta. Mga 80 people? Pwedeng purple flowers. Favorite ko yun eh. It will be my last day. Yung ride ko social ah.
Yes, ma'am. Pwede po lahat yan.
Souvenirs kaya? Yung kabahan ko pwedeng kulay pink?
Ang kulit niyo ikaw ah. Paborito ka ni Daddy.
Ma, iitsumi ni Papa oh.
Miss ka na namin, Papa.
Parang kailan lang. Nung nag-aaral pa ako, lagi kang nasa tabi ko. Kahit napagod ka, pipilitin mo pa rin akong tulungan. Kahit abutin tayo ng umaga. Natuto ako sa mga aral na paulit-ulit yung sinasabi at pinapaalala. Kahit minsan, nakakasawa. Pero ma, pa, tama pala kayo. Kaya kong tumayo sa sarili kong mga paa. Matapang na harapin ang mga pagsubok sa buhay. Nang dahil sa paggabay niyo. Alam ko, lagi niyo pa rin akong binabantayan. Ma, pa, salamat sa lahat.
Paghandaan ang iyong kinabukasan, paghandaan ang panahon ng pangangailangan. Pag may St. Peter Lifeline, manatag ang kalooban. May St. Peter Chapels pang masasandigan. Kahit saan, kahit kailan maasahan, bawat pamilya dapat may St. Peter Lifeline. St. Peter Lifeline.
I want this to be perfect. Dapat maluwag para lahat ng ka-close ko makapunta. Mga 80 people? Pwedeng purple flowers. Favorite ko yun eh. It will be my last day. Yung ride ko social ah.
Yes, ma'am. Pwede po lahat yan.
Souvenirs kaya? Yung kabahan ko pwedeng kulay pink?
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong lupaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na natinindig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magbibigay. Lupa ng araw ng walhating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ren Nagao, and I'd be your host and moderator for today's learning session in the 2020 St. Peter Death Care Week webinar series. Now, if this is your first time to join us, well, the St. Peter Death Care Week is a major corporate social responsibility and public service program of St. Peter Chapels that aims to promote awareness on death care planning and preparation. It's also our way of joining the entire nation of commemorating All Saints and also Days, commonly known as Undas for us, which are traditionally honored events for Filipinos. The Death Care Week annually starts on October 27 and culminates on November 2. Well, before the pandemic, we hold public assistance booths inside selected memorial parks and cemeteries nationwide so that we could celebrate with all of you physically. Oh, but since they are closed right now, we hope to be able to commemorate this occasion virtually here on Facebook. Okay, I know that all of us here are very excited to learn from our panelists, from our speakers today, because our topic is very timely. Hindi lang dahil sa papalapit na ang undas, but because at this time of COVID-19 crisis, marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nakararanas ng biglang pagkawala ng isang mahal sa buhay. We're going to talk about the importance of memorial pre-planning. We will get into that in a short while, but first, let us all welcome our seasoned guests when it comes to memorial pre-planning, of course, from St. Peter Life Plan. Please welcome Mr. Edgardo Gatmaitan. He's our Vice President for National Capital Territory 1. Hello, Sir Gat. We also have Ms. Jebeth Zardilla. She's our Assistant Vice President for National Capital Territory 2. Hi, Ms. Jebeth. And of course, we also have Mr. Charlie Jorge, our Assistant Vice President for Mimaropa Territory. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ren.
All right. Hope you guys are having a great day.
Hi, Ren. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. Before we begin our discussion, to our viewers po pala, if you have questions as we go along, you may comment your questions below, and we will try to accommodate your questions as we move forward. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So, una pong tanong, ano nga po ba ang memorial pre-planning? No. Maybe I can throw this question to the only rose among the thorns, Miss Jebeth. Your inputs on this one?
Hi, Ren. Good afternoon. Of course, to Gat and to Charlie. And of course, sa ating audience. Good afternoon. Salamat rin sa, salamat rin sa unang katanungan. Talagang masarap maging babae dahil inuuna, ladies first, or first lady. No, but napaka-interesting ng ating topic ngayon, no? At saka napaka-timely at napaka-relevant, no? Ang topic natin ngayon, especially during this time of pandemic, no? So, ano nga ba ang memorial pre-planning? No? Napakaganda ng ating pag-uusapan talaga. Ren, actually, you have mentioned earlier kung ano yung memorial pre-planning, and you mentioned about death care planning, and this is preparation. No? And so, ngayon, please allow me lang to present to you, some very important questions. At ako na rin ang sasagot, no? About memorial pre-planning. Okay lang ba yon?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Alright. So, ano ba yung apat na importanteng tanong dito sa memorial pre-planning? Number 1 is yung tanong na what or the what. Ano ba ang pinaghahandaan natin? Naku, napaka-importante ng tanong na to, no? Kung ano ba talaga yung pinaghahandaan natin. Mga kasama, ang pinaghahandaan natin ay isang pangyayari sa buhay natin o mangyayari sa buhay natin na siguradong darating. Hindi nga lang alam natin kung kailan ito darating, but definitely, death will come anytime, to anyone, anywhere, and only God knows. Because death is certain. Kasi lahat naman tayo talaga are going back to our Creator. And ang number 2 naman na tanong ko is the who. Sino? Naku, importante din to na klaro sa atin kung sino yung pinaghahandaan natin. Sino ba yung paghahandaan natin? Napaka-importante nito. Mga kasama, ang pinaghahandaan natin, of course, ay yung mga mahal natin sa buhay. Nabanggit nga ito na rin kanina, no? Na maraming nasaktan, especially during this time of pandemic, kasi nawalan sila ng mga mahal nila sa buhay. So, sino yung mga mahal natin sa buhay? Ito yung mga kapamilya natin. Siyempre, ito yung mga magulang natin, nanay natin, tatay natin, mga kapatid natin, mga anak natin. Sila yung pinaghahandaan natin. At kasi mahal natin sila. At yung pangalawang tanong naman ay yung when. The when. Naku, challenging yung tanong na ito no? Kailan ka maghahanda? Maghahanda ka lang ba dahil pandemic ngayon? Naku, napaka-importante ng tanong na to. So let me answer this question. Kailan tayo maghahanda? Ano ang sagot? Now na. Ngayon po. Kung ngayon ka nakinig, ngayon ka maghahanda. Kung kahapon ka nakinig, dapat kahapon ka naghanda. Kung last week ka nakinig, dapat last week ka pa naghanda. Now na. Kasi itong memorial pre-planning ay isang bagay na hindi pwedeng i-delay. Hindi ito pwedeng ipamaya-maya o ipagpabukas-bukas mo. DeathCare planning is something really that we cannot delay. At ang pang-apat ko namang tanong ay yung the why. Bakit? Bakit mo kailangan maghanda? Pwede namang hindi. So, pero bakit kailangan maghanda? So, mga kasama, tayo ay naghahanda dahil pag dumating ang araw na ito, sa ating pamilya, when someone dies in the family, ay hindi tayo mabibigatan. Sa aspeto, lalo na sa financial, mahirap mamatayan. Alam nating lahat yan. No? And I have a question. Ang question ko ay, ito bang memorial pre-planning ay pwedeng iasa sa ibang tao? Kapag ba namatayan tayo, pwede nating iasa ito sa ibang tao? Or pwede ba nating ipasa ito sa gobyerno? Or pwede bang pag namatayan ka, when someone dies in the family, you can go to a charitable groups and then magpaparescue tayo? Hindi po. Dahil ang paghahanda ay laging mag-uumpisa po sa ating mga sarili. At hindi po ito pwedeng bahala na, saka na. Mga kasama, meron pandemic or walang pandemic, ang paghahanda ay napakahalaga. So that when someone dies in the family, alam mo kung saan ka pupunta. You know, when you have a pre-need plan, you know where to go, alam mo kung sinong kukontakin, alam mo kung saan ka, handa ka. And speaking of preparing or being prepared or preparedness, we need to be what? Mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually ready. Because that is the essence of memorial pre-planning. So, thank you very much, friend, for that question.
All right, ma'am. Parang katatapos lang ng Miss Universe. Dapat sinama pala natin si Miss Jevet doon, ano? But anyway, ma'am, just if I could just summarize the points that you've mentioned, no, ma'am, ano? Tama po ba na when we talk about memorial pre-planning, it somewhat addresses that sense of uncertainty na nakasama in the event na ang bawat isa sa atin ay nawawalan ng isang mahal sa buhay. And that sense of uncertainty is something that we really need to address. Tama po ba, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
yes, right.
now we have set questions here. I'm going to throw this to each and every one of you. Some of you can elaborate on the answers of the other. All right? Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Of course, you should be. Now, first question. In general, do Filipinos practice memorial pre-planning? And more importantly, how has the practice changed over the years? I guess I'm going to throw this one to Sir Charlie.
Yes, thank you Ren for that question. Una ho sa lahat, good afternoon mo sa lahat ng online viewers natin. Good morning na rin and magandang gabi kasi online tayo, baka napapanood tayo sa ibang mga lugar. And for that question Ren, at present, more and more Filipinos right now are nagiging aware to this kind of memorial product or memorial planning thing. No? And what is surprising, pabata ng pabata ang kumukuha ng plan. Alam niyo yun? Pabata ng pabata, unlike before. Kasi
Yes, sir.
ang memorial plan ang pinag-usapan. Tabu yan. Morbid yan. Di ba? Ayoko niyan. Di ba? Hindi pa ako mamamatay. Di ba? Lalo na kung may kaya yung pamilya sasabihin, bakit gusto mo na ba makuha yung mana mo? Di ba? Ganun yung mga issue eh. Pero sa dumating na mga panahon ngayon, kinukonsider ng mga Filipino to na parang priority nila. Kasi alam naman natin lahat tayo nakaranas ng mamatayan as Ma'am Jebet had mentioned, di ba? Whether family yan, kaibigan, kapwa natin, alam natin yung gastos kung paano namatayan. That's why pre-planning now is like a saving. It's like a saving thing na kailangan i-consider ng pamilya. Ultimately, economics pa din eh, di ba? Economics. When you say economics, alam naman natin, minsan, and most of the time, pag na may namatayan, hindi naman kagad namatay siya eh, di ba? Na-hospital pa yan eh. Na-hospital pa yan, gumastos tayo dyan, tapos ayan na. Ayan na yung death. So, ngayon, kagandahan naman ngayon, memorial pre-planning now is very affordable nowadays. That's it.
Yes.
So, Sir Charlie, what are you saying that in terms of hierarchy of needs, no? When we talk about memorial pre-planning, sumasama na siya doon sa hierarchy of needs na yun.
Right.
Tama ba, Sir Charlie?
Nagiging priority na ng mga families ngayon.
Yeah.
Nagiging priority.
Ms. Jebs, maybe your thoughts on this one?
Thank you, Ren. I agree with Charlie. Talagang pabata na yung nakaka-appreciate ng memorial pre-planning. Over the years, nagbago na rin naman talaga yung attitude ng mga kababayan nating Pilipino. No? They are beginning to actually realize the importance of memorial pre-planning. Actually, aware na sila eh, at accepted na nila na talagang death is certain eh. No? Everyone knows na eh, no one can escape death. Na alam natin lahat yan, and that's really one of the realities of life. So, pero noon talaga, tama si Charlie, no? Noon talaga, mga 12 years ago, it's really hard to talk about death. Kasi nga, creepy, yung parang morbid, parang ay, sa patay. Alam mo yon, ganun. Pero ngayon, nagbago na. People ngayon are becoming more open-minded. And even yung mga kabataan, they're ready to talk about death na. Yan lang, Ren.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Jebel. Now, this question, I'm going to throw this to all of you guys. In the family, who is in charge, or more particularly, who should be in charge when it comes to memorial pre-planning? Anyone?
Sigat naman.
Yeah, maybe we can have Sir Gat answer this one. Go ahead, Sir Gat. Your thoughts on this one?
Basically, kaya nga maganda yung unang tanong kanina, no, yung pre-planning. Para in the event na may mga kailangan, wala talaga nagtuturuan kung sino ang magbabayad at kung sino ang gagastos kapag kailangan na yung service. So, it's really important na, alam mo yun, pinaghahandaan itong bagay na ayaw nating mangyari, supposed to be, but hindi naman natin maiwasan, as Jebet and Charlie said, that is really certain. Pero kaya mahalaga na tayo ay naghahanda at pinaplano natin, no, para maiwasan natin yung mga biglaang gastusin or lalo na kapag ang isang tao ay na-confine, hospital, tapos ito pa, susunod, mamamatay. So, masyadong exposed yung family sa gastos. So, balik tayo doon sa unang tanong na kailangan talagang magplano. At yung planning is important. No? When you plan, always remember, lalo na sa memorial, hindi lang ikaw nakikinabang, kundi yung mga may iwan mo rin sa buhay. Because nakahanda ka, any time of the day, so yung may iwan mo, they have knowledge na, naka-ready ka na. So, in other circumstances, maaaring isa sa atin ang mas mauna, ikaw rin ready ka na, alam mo na, hindi ko problemahin na yan because I am ready.
So, Sir Gat, ang pagkakaintindi ko doon sa sinabi mo, no, as far as who should be in charge, no, parang sinasabi mo na everyone has to be in charge pagdating sa memorial pre-planning because it's everyone's responsibility to look out for this kind of event coming into the family. Tama ba, Sir Gat?
Exactly, Renz. Hindi na magtuturuan kung anak o tatay o nanay. Because kaya nga naghahanda ka eh. You train or even kung may anak ka, pinapaalam mo sa anak mo na handa ka na. O kung ikaw naman ay anak, sinasabi mo rin sa magulang mo na, Mapa, ready na tayo, meron na tayong ganito. So, wala nang turuan. Hindi na issue ngayon kung sino magbabayad, kung sinong in charge this time. Because
yes.
Alam mo that the entire family is ready talaga.
So it's everyone's responsibility.
Parang minsan nagpapakiramdaman ka sa family, no?
Yeah. Agree. All right.
Now, yung araw, Mrs.
All right, now this one is a very important question. I'm going to throw this one to you, Sir Charlie. So be ready. What are the top reasons or maybe the top reason talaga why Filipinos do memorial pre-planning?
Okay, ganito yan, Ren, no? You avail a memorial plan. Hindi naman para sa'yo eh. No? As Sir Gat had mentioned. You kukuha ka ng plan is para sa maiiwan mo sa mga survivor. Alright? So, that's a savings survivors from expenses. Okay? So, yun ang number one. Number two for me is really, it becomes part of a good financial planning also. Kasi this kind of product sa tawag po natin dito pre-need. When you say pre-need, bago bibili nyo, bago gamitin, and then there's another kind of product which is at need. Yung may nangyari na, doon ka palang bibili. Diba? And most of the time, kapag ngayon ka lang bibili, mas mahal po. So that's very important. And number three is for you, the ability to focus on important matters during that time na may dumating na sa challenges dito sa family natin. When I say that, mas nakakapag-isip ka ng maayos. Diba? Mas napaprioritize mo kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. Kasi minsan, ang nakakalungkot dito, yung family representative ng namatayan, sila pa yung naaabuso kasi akala nila nakakamura sila, pirma sila ng pirma sa kontrata, kung ano man yung pinapapirma sa kanila. As it turned out, mas napapamahal pa pala sila. So, mas maganda yung at least may protection din yung family. So, yeah.
So, it's good, Sir Charlie, no, that you pointed out those things. So, parang babalik tayo doon sa una nating tanong, ano, kung ano ba talaga ang memorial pre-planning. No? So, bandang huli talaga, it's about being ready, you know, in whatever capacity, just being ready for that inevitable event, no?
Yes, right. Yes.
Miss Jebeth, your thoughts on this one? Miss Jebeth? Oh, I think... all right, so we'll go to our next question, I guess.
Yeah.
This one is important also, no? In your...
Ren, tama yung sinasabi ni Gat kanina na talagang hindi lang... yes, Ren, tama yung sinasabi ni Gat kanina na...
Ms. Jebeth? All right. We'll go to the next question. All right. In your experience, are there differences on how Filipinos plan for their departure? This one I think is for Sir Gat because he's very knowledgeable
Ah,
on this one.
Ren,
Go
can
ahead,
you
Sir
hear me
Gat.
na?
Yes, Miss Jabeth.
Alright.
Sir Gat?
Can you repeat na question, Ren? Medyo blurred, hindi ko masyadong na-absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your experience, are there differences on how Filipinos plan for their departure, sir?
Well, I'd like to speak, based on my experience. Nung ako ay manager na isang chapel, yung mga namamatayan, talagang sa Pilipino, no? Pag nakita natin, pag may namatay sa isang membro ng pamilya sa atin, talagang kumpleto yan, buong angkan yan. Pinapakita natin yung ating support sa namamatayan, yung mga magkakamag-anak, mga anak. Talagang they make it a point na ito huling araw na o huling panahon na natin makakasama kung sino man yung nawala, magulang, kapatid, lolo, lola. So Filipino, pinapakita nila yung support at malaking bagay yon para immediately makarecover yung buong pamilya sa pain na pinagdaanan nila. Well, in some other country, perhaps, iba rin yung kanilang process. Sa atin, sa bansa natin, talagang 24 hours, bukas yung lamay. So, nandun yung, yung talagang, para ba, ito talaga yung time na nagkakaroon na establish yung relationship. Sa ibang bansa, if I'm not mistaken, may cut-off pag pumunta ka sa lamay, hanggang alas 10 ka lang, alas 8, then bukas ka na bumalik. Sa atin, 15 araw na nakaburo pa yung tao because mahal na mahal nila yung namatay at napakahirap igiba para sa kanila na biglang mawawala yung tao na yun. I think that's the most important thing na naging lesson sa akin. Na yung Pilipino talaga, pag may namamatay, pinaparamdam nila yung suporta sa isa't isa, which is, I think, pinakamagandang karakter ng Pilipino na nakikita ko. Lalo na ngayon kapag may namamatay. This pandemic also, nakita natin yung bawat pamilya. Kung sino ba yung nandun lang sa loob, di ba't pamilya lang magkakasama, wala na ibang tao. So Filipinos are really very supportive kapag may mga namamatay, nandun lagi. Pinapakita natin na yung salitang pagmamahalan at pagbibigay ng respeto sa huling stage ng buhay ng isang tao.
Thank you, Sir Gat. Sir Charlie, hingin ko rin ang iyong inputs on this one kasi si Sir Gat at saka si Miss Jebeth, parehas sila nandito sa Metro Manila area. But ikaw, ang iyong territory is nasa Mimaropa. So is it the same or may pagkakaiba po ba pagdating sa inyong experience?
Sa provinces kasi, ganito yan alam mo in the Philippines, we have like 14 regions, di ba? So depende pa rin sa culture and tradition ng bawat region Tapos, syempre, we also need to consider the religious beliefs. Di ba? So, ultimately, at the end of the day, of course, in our company, we highly respect that. We highly respect that, especially the culture, traditions, and the religious beliefs. But ultimately, ang main talaga dito, it boils down really on what type of product they want to get and yung financial capability ng family to secure a memorial pre-plan.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Charlie. Now, this one is the last question for the first set of questions. No, this one I'm going to throw to all of you. Why do you think memorial pre-planning is important? I guess maybe we can go first to the only rose, again, among the thorns, Miss Jebeth. Okay na ba ang iyong connection?
Hi, Ren. Ren, can you hear
Malinaw
me?
na. Malinaw na, ma'am.
Can you hear me na? Ayan,
Yeah,
malinaw
loud and
na.
clear. Right.
Ayan. Thank you. Ang gaganda ng mga insights ni Gat and Charlie at talagang lagi tayong babalik doon talaga sa importance ng memorial pre-planning. And, sabi ko nga kanina, mahirap mamatayan ng isang miyembro ng pamilya na hindi tayo handa. For me, in 2016, namatay yung father ko. After 2 weeks, namatay yung sister-in-law ko. So yung grieving namin, dapat nakafocus lang dun sa nawalan kami ng mahal sa buhay. Pero kung hindi ka handa, ang grieving mo ay kung saan-saan. Kung available ba yung pera. Kung may pera naman, sapat ba yung pera? Kasi you will be exposed to a lot of gastusin. No, that's why talagang memorial pre-planning is very important, no? Kasi talagang sabi nga ni Gat kanina, no? Ang ganda ng sinabi ni Gat talagang mapoprotektahan talaga yung buong pamilya, yung hindi lang yung para sa ikaw, sarili mo, pero talaga yung buong pamilya, masisave ka from, future bereavement concerns and troubles dahil sa unpreparedness or so, dahil sa hindi ka naging wise sa mga decisions mo. So, Ren, it is really wiser to prepare now because, we have to understand that death will really occur. It will really happen talaga. No one can escape it. And with or without pandemic talaga, it is going to happen. So, yun lang, Ren.
Agree.
Thank you.
Agree, ma'am. So I guess if I could just summarize everything that was discussed dito sa first portion ng ating webinar, no? When it comes to memorial pre-planning, no? Tama po ba na regardless of the culture, regardless of your status in life, the inevitability of death is always there, no? It's something that will happen. You just don't know when it's going to happen. And it is something that is everyone has to be prepared for it.
Yes.
That's why memorial pre-planning, sabi ko nga kanina, no, in some some aspects makes you ready for that particular event. Tama, mama, no?
Yes, Ren. Ren, if I may add, in
go ahead,
memorial
Charlie.
pre-planning,
Alright,
there's
yeah.
what you call,
Yes.
in memorial pre-planning, there's what you call yung thinking ahead. Diba?
Yes. Yes.
So that you make or make like an informed and wise decision for funeral arrangement. Yung napakinggan, sa first part nitong webinar, I was able to watch or view yung sa palliative care. Meron naman sila tinatawag si doctor na parang ang tawag na is advanced directive. No? Sa palliative care, sa medicine, meron din pala silang ganon. Yung advanced directive, yung patient, while meron parang wisyo, parang isusulat niya yung gusto niyang mangyari. Di ba? So sa atin naman, sa memorial pre-planning, may thinking ahead din tayo dapat gawin. We are preparing for the funeral arrangement event. So that's it.
Thank you, Sir Charlie. Sir Gat, your thoughts?
Yes, maganda yung maganda yung nakaplano ka talaga eh. I like yung statement ng ating endorser, no. Sabi niya kasi ang buhay weather lang talaga.
Yeah. Tama.
Kahit sinong ordinaryong tao, pag tiningnan mo talaga, ang buhay talagang weather lang.
Yes.
Kaya maganda rito na yung isang tao, katulad natin, yung awareness na kailangan mo talagang maghanda whether I like it or not. Because yung memorial service is a need, it's not a want. Ibig sabihin, kakailanganin mo talaga siya any time of the day at hindi mo siya pwedeng talikuran. So, mahalaga sa isang tao, o lalo na kung ikaw ay may pamilya, o lalo na alam mo that one of your family members ay malapit na rin, so bakit ka naman magpaplano kung kailan nandyan na? Kaya nga, maganda yung kaisipan na talagang nagpa-plan ka kasi ayaw mo magsasadulo, doon kayo magkakaroon ng conflict. Alam mo ba, maraming nagkakaroon ng conflict dahil hindi ready. Maraming family ay nag-aaway-aaway kasi bayarin Pangalawa, hindi alam kung saan dadalhin, hindi alam kung anong klaseng serbisyo dahil wala nang pera. So, sometimes wala man silang choice, kukunin na lang kung ano yung meron, kung ano yung available dyan. Pero kapag naka-pre-plan ka, pwede kang mamili. Dito sa Metro Manila, pwede kang mag-window shopping. So, alam nyo, malaking factor din ang mga service provider. Nag-evolve na kasi sila eh.
Yeah.
So, malaking influence sa buyer o sa naghahanda kung saan ako kukuha ng service. Ano? Pag pumunta ka ngayon sa mga funeral establishment, some of them may mga coffee shops na, may mga wifi, may mga internet, may mga viewing room, parang hotel na experience mo. Ito ay nakaka-encourage at nagbibigay ng idea, okay pala, no, nakahanda ka. At the moment that I need this service, sabi nga natin, yung portion na lang ng iyakan ng ating ima-manage. Because memorial service mo, naka-ayos na, naka-ready na, and walang turuan. Ibig sabihin, lahat magiging smooth na sapagkat ready tayo.
Sir Gat, I'll just go back doon sa sinabi mo kanina. No? May sinabi ka kanina na may mga pagkakataon na nagtuturuan, who's going to shoulder, no? These are, alam mo yun, these are experiences na totoo.
Yeah.
And gusto nating maiwasan sa kahit anong pamilya. No? Kasi, of course, we don't want naman na andun ka na sa proseso ng pagluluksa and then this situation comes up. Di ba? Ito yung mga bagay na kahit papaano naiibsan kapag ikaw ay prepared. Tama ba, Sir Gat?
Exactly. Malaking bagay yun. Para sa family. Yung ibig sabihin, yung problema na expensive, out na yun sa problema ng family.
Yes.
Hindi nyo na pag-uusapan yun. Ang pag-uusapan nyo na lang kung anong saan ilalagay si daddy o mommy o si mami.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your very rich insights. Alam nyo, kumbinsido nyo na kami na we need to plan ahead for our memorial needs. But, the next question is, paano nga po ba? Now, before we get into this topic, we will be having a short break and we will be back to answer more interesting questions in a little while. Thank you and see you later.
I want this to be perfect. Dapat maluwag para lahat taga-close ko makapunta. Mga 80 people? Pwedeng purple flowers. Favorite ko yun eh. It will be my last day. You ride ko sosyal ah.
Yes, ma'am. Pwede po lahat yan.
Souvenirs kaya? Yung kabahan ko pwedeng kulay pink?
Paghandaan ang iyong kinabukasan, paghandaan ang panahon ng pangangailangan. Pag may St. Peter Lifeline, manatag ang kalooban, may St. Peter Chapels pang masasandigan. Kahit saan, kahit kailan maasahan, bawat pamilya dapat may St. Peter Lifeline. St. Peter Lifeline.
All right, we are back. And hope that this session will help you learn and appreciate the death care service industry. But before going on, we'd like also to take this time to thank our official event partner for making this session possible. Of course, Learn and Venue. We'd also like to thank Sir Jerry Ilaw. Maraming salamat, sir, for believing in our objectives for this project and, helping us turn it into a reality. We also thank 360 Next for our creatives. Napakahusay. All right, guys. Kanina bago tayo mag-break, I asked, how do we plan for our future memorial service needs? No? Ito ang pag-uusapan naman natin sa mga susunod na katanungan. No? So, the first question is, what are the things to consider in memorial pre-planning? And have you already experienced this personally? No? I'm throwing this question to all of you guys, but I really want to hear Sir Charlie's thoughts on this one. Sir Charlie? Sir Charlie, I think you're on mute.
Hi, sorry, Ren. Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Yes, regarding that question, very important for the person or to the consumer to determine yung type of disposition. When you say type of disposition, ano bang gusto mo? Burial ba? Ililibing ka ba o ikikremate? Diba? That's number one. Number two, if you've decided already, you need to check now what company, no? What company to deal with. Kasi very important right now is the stability of the company. No? Kasi this is pre-need, mga kasama. No? When you say pre-need, sabi nga natin, for future use. No? Stability of the company is very important. Kasi you are to hindi natin alam kung kailan death will arrive. Eh. Diba? 10 years, 20 years from now ba, nandiyan pa ba yung company na yan? So that's very important. And thirdly, yung product value ba na tinatawag? Ano bang kasama dyan sa product? Ano bang meron dyan sa product na yan? Puro kabaong lang ba yan? Ano pa bang meron? Diba? And lastly, yung consumer dapat ma-define sa kanya yung scope of services. Diba? From saan mag-start yung service at saan mag-end yung service. So, that's my point there.
Parang ang sinasabi mo, Sir Charlie, since you are dealing with uncertainty, ang isang malaking consideration na meron ka dapat is yung stability noong kumpanya na paglalagyan mo ng
that's very important.
pagbibilhan mo ng memorial plan. Tama, Sir Charlie, no?
Kasi very important yan eh. Kasi yun na nga, katulad ngayon, pandemic. Maraming company nagsara. And syempre, kapag mahina yung company yan, susceptible talaga yan. No? Akala mo binabayaran mo, meron pa, yung pala wala na. No? Kasi,
yes. Yes. How about you, Sir Gat? Your thoughts on this one?
Well, I'd like to, yes, I agree with Charlie. We need to consider the service provider. Service provider, okay ba ito? Pag kinuha ko ito, anong aasahan ko, yung bang expectation ko as customer ay may bibigay, you know? Siyempre, consider dyan yung accessibility, support, pangalawa, siyempre, yung customer service, maganda ba? And on time ba yung kanilang serbisyo? Yung bang documentation na kailanganin ko, they can provide. Secondly, yung tinatawag natin presence. Saan ba sila available? Metro Manila lang ba? Paano kung mangyari probinsya? Paano kung yung gagamit o yung biglang mangyayari sa ibang bansa? Kaya ba nilang i-manage yun? Yung tinatawag natin death event, no? Yung i-manage ba nila? Sometimes, hindi mo naman, ayaw mo man, kailangan dadalhin mo pa rin sa probinsya yung wake. Yung bang service provider na yun, kaya ibigay sa amin? Kaya kung tulungan sa need ko na yon na hindi ako mamumroblema. Pangalawa, are they licensed to do it? No? Are they really equipped to do it? Anong background nitong service provider nito? Yung mga tao nandun, anong maasahan ko? Pag nakita kasi ng customer yon, yun yung factor na magde-decide, ito, okay ako rito. Kasi maasahan ko ito the moment na tawagan ko ito.
Kailanganin.
Yes, I'm sure nandyan sila any time of the day. Una, malawak yung presence nila, and saan man mangyari yung sitwasyon o yung problema. I'm sure itong grupo na ito, hindi ako pababayaan. Yun siguro deciding magandang factor yun sa paghahanda. Hindi ka lang naghahanda ngayon. Tinitingnan mo yung mga possibilities. Paano kung along the way magka-problema, yung incident mangyari sa probinsya, tapos nasa Manila kami, and things like that. Yun dapat nakaplano rin sa mind mo, nakukunin mo sa pinaghahandaan mo. So hindi mo siya pinaghahandaan dahil kailangan lang. Lahat yung aspects na yun, part of your planning. part of your consideration para hindi ka nasusurpresa. Naku, dami palang problema. Pero pag kumuha ka ng service provider na alam mo na yung details na kailangan mo, they can provide. I think magandang kanya, magandang preparation.
Maganda yung maganda sirs yung combination ng inputs nyo, no? Kasi Sir Charlie mentioned about the stability of the company. And Sir Gat, on the other hand, just mentioned yung presence, no? So, maganda na hindi lang stable yung kumpanya. It is also important that you know the capacity of the company to deliver kahit saan. Tama, Sir Gat, ano?
Yes, of course. Siyempre, hindi ka limited dito lang.
Alright. The next question is, ito siguro ang isa sa mga inaabangan na tanong ng kung sino man na nagpaplano na bumili ng isang memorial plan. No? Question is, how much does a memorial plan cost today? Ms. Jebeth, your thoughts on this one? Ms. Jebeth? I think may problem sa connection ni Ms. Jebeth. So, perhaps Sir Charlie, kay Sir Charlie muna, your thoughts on this one, Sir Charlie?
Yes, very affordable.
Hey Ren, at of course sa ating audience, naku, napaka-affordable. Napaka-affordable, napaka-practical.
Go ahead, Ms. Jebeth.
Hey Ren.
Hi. You're good. Go ahead, Ms. Jebeth.
Ren, can you hear me na?
Yeah, you're good, ma'am. You're good.
Ayan, am I off?
Yeah, you're good, ma'am.
Ayan, okay. Ayun, sinabi na ni Charlie, napaka-affordable, very practical. Yeah, napaka-affordable rin. Kasi for as low as 820. Alright, so yun na, sinasabi ko na napaka-affordable. Kasi for as low as 825 per month for 5 years, we can already avail a pre-need memorial plan. Kayang-kaya ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino ang magkaroon ng isang plano ang bawat membro ng pamilya. Noon, sinasabi natin, isang plano sa isang pamilya. Ngayon, we can afford it to have one. Each member of the family to have one.
All right.
Right.
Sir Charlie, your thoughts on this one?
Yes. If I may add also, the payment terms is around pwedeng monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual. No? But if you pay in cash, we can also provide 10% discount. Then likewise, yun na nga rin, some other companies right now are considering this kind of plan as a benefit to their employees.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we can cater to that also.
So parang, when we look at it, ang picture niya is, since it's a need already, no, maganda rin na affordable and very accessible ang product na ito. Tama ba, Sir Charlie?
Right.
Yes. Tama. Now we jump into our next question. What are normally included ba sa isang memorial plan? And since si Sir Gat ay isang dating chapel manager, I guess maganda ang inputs niya on this one. Sir Gat?
Part of the planning siguro, intindi mo lahat no? Even the documentation. Sa planning, kasama lagi yan, yung pag-retrieve ng body from pwedeng sa hospital o sa bahay, and then package na embalming. So, kailangan siguraduhin mo yung embalmer is licensed, no? Because importante yun no? Na alam nung nag-embalm yung kanyang tinatrabaho. And then thirdly, kailangan andun din yung viewing. Pinaplano rin yan, ilang araw ba natin i-viewing? 4 days ba? 7 days. Well, lalo na yung mga sa probinsya, patagalan doon no. But in Metro Manila, yung naobserbahan natin, I think maximum 4 days, no. But ganun talaga ang Pilipino, no. Hindi natin pwedeng diktahan kung ilang araw ka i-viewing dahil nga mahal nila yung namatay. So, that aspect, nirerespeto natin yung pamilya regardless of the number of days they want to consume or use, no. And then, siyempre, yung documentation, mahalaga yun. Paano yung documents pag bilibing, paano yung documents pag magpa-file ng mga claims. All those things are part of the planning, you know. Kung dadali naman sa mga probinsya, may mga permits na kailanganin yan. Ano, and yung family, ginaguide. Ito po ang ating expectations, ito po ang araw, ano oras yung libing. Lahat yan nakaprograma. No? The moment from the retrieval until such time na dadali, lahat yan may oras and explain to the family. Yun ang kagandahan no, kapag nakaplano ka. Hindi yung nangangapa ka, anong oras ang libing, ilang araw ang allowed. Pag nakaplano ka kasi, alam mo na yun, you have really an idea. Explain sa iyo from the very first day until the last moment nandun ka. Ito po ang mangyayari. Ano man ho ang kailangan ninyo, you can call us. Meron kayong concern, meron kayong mga adjustment na gagawin, meron kayong mga setup na gustong gawin sa last day. You want ba a tribute? You want ba a, paglalagay ng mga gandang design or flowers? All these things are part of planning. And those things pwedeng include dun sa package ng service. Siyempre, huling hirit mo na yan no? Bibigyan mo ng todo-todo sa mahal mo sa buhay. Hindi na iyon yan. Ang issue yan wala talagang gagawin mo na yun dahil mahal na mahal mo nanay mo, tatay mo, sino man. For the last time, bibigay mo na talaga yung best mo.
Thank you, Sir Gad. Pero Sir Charlie, pagdating naman po sa features tsaka benefits ng isang memorial plan, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one, sir.
Okay. Yung mga type of benefits kasi niyan, there's what you call is a standard type of benefits. No? Syempre, we can only speak for our company. So yung memorial plan natin is we have this assignability feature. No? Pag sinabi mo assignability feature, you have a plan, may namatay sa family, you can assign it after 30 days. No? Then there's what you call transferability. This pertains to living. I have a plan. I can transfer it to my brother who's still alive. Pwede mo pag-up. There's what you call also a cash assistance benefit. All right? Provided you surpass the 1-year contestability period. Okay? There's a cash equivalent na ibibigay sa'yo or ipaprovide sa family na kasama dun sa feature. No? Kasama dun sa feature na plan. Alright? There's also what you call a waiver of premium. And then, yung waiver premium pertains to incapacity to pay of the plan holder. If something happened to the plan holder, let's say na accident, there's an equivalent, there's an equivalent percentage. Likewise, pati yung, again, pag, yun yung mga part na kasama doon sa plan. Right? And of course, syempre, the world-class service of our company that we provide. Considering, yun nga, as mentioned by Sir Gad, certified lahat ng gumagawa. I mean, yung mga embalmers natin, these are all professional and certified by the department. That's it.
Thank you, Sir Charlie. So parang, ang sinasabi mo, no, when you get a memorial plan, no, yung features na yun, yung benefits na nakapasok doon sa plano na yun, no, hindi lang yun para sa yun, no? Para sa pamilya mo rin. Tama ba, Sir Charlie?
Yun yung sinasabi natin product value. Diba? Hindi lang kumuha ka na plan, gusto na naming mamatay or ano ba yan, kabaong lang ba yan?
Yeah.
It's not about that Diba?
Yes.
If you are getting a plan, you are still enjoying it while you're alive. Hindi yung, syempre pag kakit na tayo, hindi natin malalaman yun Diba? But you're but you're still enjoying the product features of the plan while we are alive.
Yes. Thank you for those inputs, Sir Gat and Sir Charlie. Now, for this next question, this one is very relevant, no? Lalong-lalo na po ngayon, no? During this pandemic, ngayong nasa sitwasyon tayo ng COVID-19, no, has more Filipinos realized the importance of memorial pre-planning? I'm going to throw this one to Sir Gat. Sir Gat, your thoughts on this one?
Itong sitwasyon natin very challenging, ano.
Yes,
Marami
sir.
nga sabi that year 2020 is a survival year. And part of it talagang hindi natin ma-anticipate kung kailan titigil ito eh. And maraming tao bigla na lang tinamaan, lungkot man, namatay. And itong sitwasyon na ito ang nagbukas ng kaisipan sa public na kailangan talagang paghandaan eh, no? Kailangan talagang paghandaan. Ang problema kasi itong pandemic na ito ay nakokontrol, ano? Ibig sabihin, nalilimit yung ating gustong gawin, ano? Kaya ang kagandahan naman dahil yung ating company ay yung presence natin ay malawak, so nakakatulong talaga tayo because not all service provider can do it. Ano? Ako, I notice and I observe that our people are ready to really help yung mga may mga cases tayo na matutulungan. Ano? Mahalaga na nakita ngayon ng Pilipino, dapat pala naganda ako eh. And I have many friends na talagang sila ang tumatawag sa akin, some of their fans, na mahingi ng tulong paano ba kumuha ng service, paano nila ma-avail yung ating serbisyo. And I'm just telling them na ito kasi hindi pa pwedeng kunin ngayon eh. Ano? We are regulated by the government, ano. Hindi pwedeng biglaan lang, ano. Kaya nga mayroon tayong planning eh. No, when you want to avail, ngayon lang gawin mo, sabi nga ni Jeff, now na, kesa kukuna, marami kasing concept na ngayon ko kailangan ngayon din eh. Ang problema doon, hindi natin pwede basta gawin yun. Lalo na
Yes, sir.
ating company because we are regulated by the government and we have to follow. So, firstly, isa lang nakita ko na yung tao talagang na-challenge o naging aware na kailangan maghanda ako para sa pamilya ko because hindi natin alam kung kailan titigil itong pinagdaraanan natin. Ito, hindi lang ng Pilipinas, hindi ng buong mundo.
So Sir Gat, ang sinasabi mo na this pandemic has more or less highlighted that need, no? It somehow re-emphasized that memorial pre-planning is indeed needed already by every family. Tama ba, Sir Gat?
Actually, yan ang priority ngayon. Dahil nga, di ba, napakataas ng risk.
Yes.
Lahat ng
Yes,
tao,
sir.
ang utak, teka muna, baka infected ako, teka muna, baka, ano mo yun, masyadong mataas yung awareness na any time of the day, baka may mangyari. So, ang tinitingnan naman nila, yung practical way, kailangan nakahanda rin tayo. Maghanda tayo.
Yes. And then it's again taking care doon sa mangyayari sa iyo and of course easing that burden sa family mo, no. Tama, Sir Gat, no.
Yeah.
Miss Jebeth, your thoughts on this one, Miss Jebeth?
Ren, ako magdadagdag na lang ako kay Gat kasi napakaganda ng kanyang thoughts about this question. Ang gusto ko lang idagdag dito sa pre-need memorial planning at kung ano ang impact nito ngayong during this time of pandemic. Alam mo, ang na-realize ko dito, kasama na ito sa essentials. May essentials tayong listahan. You know, we have to include this in our list of essentials. And it really became a necessity now. No? Isang bagay na hindi pwedeng wala ako o isang bagay na hindi pwedeng wala ka. And everyone in the family should really have one. Kailangan meron ka talaga. Hindi talaga pwedeng wala ka nito.
Thank you, Miss Jebeth. This one's the last question for the second set, no. Sir Gat mentioned earlier na yung mga epekto na dinulot nitong pandemic, no, nitong COVID-19, ano. Of course, we all know people lost their jobs, Everyone's pretty much on a isolated right now, di ba? We're still on a general community quarantine, no? And because of this, no, yung preferences ba ng pamilya changed? Sir Gat, your thoughts on this one?
I think yes, ano. Katulad ngayon, ano, pandemic. Gustuin man natin talagang reviewing o ibigay yung gusto ng family. Fortunately, talagang controlled tayo by the situation. So sometimes cremation ang nangyayari, di ba? Pero okay pa rin, ibig sabihin okay pa rin. Pwede pa rin natin matulungan yung family. No? Nandyan pa rin ang ating company, nandyan pa rin ang St. Peter to help them na may bigay yung service. Despite na may mga ganito tayong hinaharap ng sitwasyon. And then, siguro, I would say, hindi lang tayo, even our industry kasi ang service plan, yung mga service planning, hindi lang ito puninarya, marami din.
Yes, sir.
Papasok din dyan yung mga kolumbaryo, papasok din dyan yung mga memorial garden. So, shared service tayo, umiikot ngayon. Ano? So, kung pwede natin tulungan yung mga customer na pagkamat nabigay na natin yung ating cremation, we can coordinate with columbarium service provider, help them, na i-repair sila para talagang customer service may bigay natin. Ano? Or we can ask them ano ba ang gusto niyo magse-service sa inyo after this o ano ang nasa inyo. Yung mga documentation, yan, napaka simpleng bagay pero na-appreciate ng mga customer. At least, based on my experience, ano, alam nyo, ayaw ng pamilya may istorbo, lalo na yung mga documentation, pupunta ka rito, pupunta ka dyan. Yun yung minsan, yung complaint, ano, doon nanggagaling yung mga sentiments na namatayan na nga kami, ang gulo-gulo nyo pang kausap, namatayan na nga kami, ang dami nyo pang hinihingi. So, on this period, talagang tayo, and we claim to be as DeathCare experts talaga, so talagang pinakikita natin yun, sinasabuhay natin yun, at tinutulungan natin yung ating mga customer na ma-meet yung kanila expectation.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Gat. Para sinasabi mo na regardless if the preference of a family change or not, no, nagbago man ang kanyang perception pagdating sa memorial pre-planning, no, sinasabi mo na we are always here ready to deliver, no, to meet their expectations at kanilang mga pangangailangan. Tama, Sir Gat, ano? How about Sir Charlie, your thoughts on this one?
All right. Ren, yung as Filipinos, kasi we realize kasi right now during this pandemic that death can come anytime, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Pag-iingat talagang tatamaan, di ba? And then ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, as mentioned by Sir Gat, no, very important yung preference din ng family. May konting talagang nag-shift ng preference from cremation, naging from burial, naging cremation. And sometimes, ang nangyayari din, yung natatandaan ng family, yung pinrovide mong service dati. So ngayon, babalikan ka rin nila. No? So yun yung sinasabi rin nga natin yung quality of service. So that's very significant sa operations natin sa industry. That is why actually yung itong pandemic, we were tested, diba? Na-test yung company natin or to provide the service the same pa rin. Diba? Kasi as mentioned by Ms. Jebet, naging essential, diba? So na-test yung service ng ng funeral chapels, and then walang nagbago. No? Walang nagbago. That's why yun yung availability na sinasabi rin natin na hindi porket nagkaroon ng pandemic, magde-degrade na rin yung service. No. Hindi yan. Hindi excuse yan. Alright? What is nice about in our company, we partnered with the National Funeral Directors Association in the US. We are a member of that association, and we are following this world-class service. No, I'm not saying that we are already perfect, diba? And what is important, we are trying to improve the service. No? Right now, our company is already 50 years. And hindi naman overnight na nangyari yung kung ano meron tayong service. Na kung ano merong quality of service tayo ngayon, hindi nangyari yan overnight. Nangyari yan 50 years backwards. So, na-improve. So, yun ang gusto ko ma-share sa akin.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Charlie. Thank you, Sir Gat, Sir Charlie, Miss Jebeth. All right. I think you would agree we had a very insightful session. And again, thank you so much to our panelists for sharing your experiences and for letting us know that working in the death care service industry is a challenging but a rewarding career. Now, before we end this wonderful session, there might be people watching us who got interested in memorial pre-planning. Final question, final thoughts, Sir Gat, Sir Charlie, Miss Jebeth. What advice can you share to our audience? Let's start with Miss Jebeth.
Thank you, Ren. What advice can I give to our audience? You know, ako gusto kong sabihin sa inyo, Now is the best time to get a pre-need memorial plan. And we have to prepare wisely. And we have to decide now. We have to decide now and it's very important that we choose a stable and reliable company. Yung may expertise, yung expert sa death care, yun ang pipiliin natin. And Ren, more than the YOLO, yung mga millennials ba, yung nagsasabing you only live once. Actually, araw-araw, we live each day. And we have to live that day, that life to the fullest. And while we live that day to the fullest, we have to remember the YODO naman. You only die once. No, we only die once. That's why planning ahead is part of it. And we don't want to be a burden to our loved ones when death happens, when someone dies in our family. Kasi nga mahal natin sila. So if we truly care for our loved ones, now is the best time to prepare. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Jebeth. Sir Gat?
Well, my advice is two things. One, syempre, sabi nga, death is certain, But there are two things that I need you to prepare. One, spiritually, you have to be ready. You have to be ready, go to church, pray as much as possible para alam naman natin na any time of the day, pwede tayong mawala sa mundong ito. You might be ready sa memorial, but we don't know what will happen to our, soul. So, it's important na pagandaan mo rin yun. Then, siyempre, balik tayo sa topic, pagandaan mo rin yung practical way, na ayaw mong sa sitwasyon na kailangan mo, doon ka nag-iisip kung anong gagawin. Sabi nga, ni Mang Tani, again, ng weather forecaster, di ba? Always ready. Kung pinaghahandaan natin ng mga typhoons, kung pinaghahandaan natin yung mga baha, ito, buhay ito, bakit hindi mo paghahandaan, di ba? Siguro ito ang dapat nating paghandaan, sapagkat yung mga bagyo, lilipas yan eh. Pero yung buhay, isang beses lang yan. So, pag namatay tayo, pag nangailangan tayo, masakit doon, handa ba tayo, di ba? Yung pamilya natin, sabi ko nga kanina, kapag handa ka, damay na yan, pati pamilya mo, nakahanda na rin yan. So, hindi lang ikaw nakikinapang. Maraming practical aspects na natutugunan mo na when you are ready. So, for those who are listening or watching this content, again, be ready. Napaka-practical po na ito. At hindi po natin maiwasan na darating talaga sa panahon kakailanganin natin ang solution ito.
Thank you, Sir Gat. Sir Charlie, final thoughts?
Yes, Red, thank you. In our industry kasi, alam niyo pag may tumawag sa atin ng alas 2 ng madaling araw at umiiyak, alam mo na yun eh. Diba? Alam mo na yan, may service or may hihingi ng tulong sa'yo. Diba? Sabi nga namin, ako, sasabihin ko na rin, I totally agree with my two colleagues here, that that is certain. And it's like a thief in the night. Okay? Ano yun eh, hindi mo alam talaga kung kailan dadating. Hindi natin alam talaga kung kailan tayo susunduin. But what what is important, we are ready. I mean, it's also biblical that death is certain. Diba? Sabi nga sa Ecclesiastes 7, a wise person speaks of death. Yung mga marurunong daw na tao, pinag-uusapan ng kamatayan. Ang mga marunong daw na tao, pinaghahandaan ng kamatayan. That's why, tama. Ngayon na. Diba? Sa mga nakikinig sa atin, sa mga wala pa, at sa mga meron na, at yung family nyo, wala pang memorial plan, it's always nice to share this. So marami pong salamat sa inyo.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Charlie. That's a great way to end this session, no? Maganda yung sequence ng inyong mga advice, no? Pag sinamarize mo, ang dating is do it now, be ready, because death is certain. Galing. Galing niya, guys. Thank you so much for your inputs and your thoughts for our webinar this afternoon. Again, we would like to thank all of you for watching our session this afternoon. Once again, thank you to OLearn and Vernu, the official event partner of the 2020 St. Peter DeathCare Week. We also like to thank Mr. Brian C. Lato of 360 Next. Thank you for our wonderful creatives. We also have a lot of activities in store for you guys for the next couple of days. Tomorrow, we will have an interesting session on how it is to be a death care service professional. Watch out for it here, live 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. On November 1, that's a Sunday, we have Gintong Alaala, Holy Mass, a Catholic Eucharistic celebration in commemoration of our dearly departed brothers and sisters from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And on November 2, that's a Monday, we will be having an hour of praise and worship and thanksgiving and celebration of life from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Of course, both activities will be broadcasted here, live, on the official St. Peter Life Plan and Chapel's Facebook page. Please join us as we commemorate the memories of our departed loved ones this Undas. Again, guys, I'm Rena Gawa. I pray for everyone's good health and safety. Please always follow COVID-19 health protocols. Wear your mask, your face shield, your eye shield. Just have that conscious effort to protect yourself, because as you protect yourself, you protect others as well. We can beat COVID-19. Thank you so much, guys, and God bless us all.